Hey everybody, it's Maida here, and I'm finally taking the time to do a more in-depth SoccerCon video, kind of about how I felt about the whole thing and what I did and how I did in terms of my sales and whatnot. So the reason I haven't made a video yet is because I was a little embarrassed about sales, I guess. Also a little embarrassed about my booth. And also because Aiden isn't here to shoot the video with me. Not that he would want to be in the video. He probably wouldn't want to be in it anyway. But he's currently in Japan, studying abroad, seeing the sights, learning Japanese. But, yeah, so SoccerCon was super fun, super stressful, but definitely worth going. Even though I didn't break even, that was my fault. So the main things that made me super nervous when I picked up my badge was when we went to go look at the artist alley. Everybody there was like so good, like in terms of skill levels. I'm like here, not that bad. But then they're like off the screen. Okay, off the screen. But yeah, they had huge displays, which I didn't have. They had a ton of different prints to sell. I only had like 5, unless you count my postcard prints. So technically I'd have 10 because I repeated some of the designs. Yeah, so that made me super nervous my first day. And luckily, Aiden's coworkers convinced him at the last minute that since he'd be driving me to SoccerCon, that he should just buy a ticket and attend SoccerCon with me and with his friends. So thank God Aiden was there, because I would not have survived. I probably would have decided to leave at some point, because the first day I kept having this feeling like I should run. The flight or fight reaction. I wanted to flee. But I'm glad I stuck through it. Aiden helped, a lot. And also I just got to interact with a lot of cool people, as well as some old friends. Like some friends from high school and then one friend from elementary school. It was so nice to see them. Like, I didn't realize they were coming. I had a feeling a couple of them would come. Or, like, I wasn't surprised to see a couple of them there. I was like, oh, yeah, you watched anime. Or, oh, yeah, I remember you've been to SoccerCon before. But a couple of my friends, I was like, whoa, I didn't even know you were coming. Thanks for stopping by. Like, it's good to see you. How have you been? So, yeah. And then I actually invited one of them to dinner. The other one was busy, or his brother was busy. But still, so nice to see everybody there. So that was kind of the highlight, was seeing some old friends. But also talking to some of the kids who were there. There were kids who have been to more SoccerCons than me because of their parents, But it was nice talking to them a little bit too. They're like, kids are just so nice, and I'm not as afraid that they're judging me. So there was that. What else? But yeah, because I didn't have a lot of fan art and I didn't have a lot of trending fan art, I had a really hard time selling prints. Actually, more people seemed to be interested in my independent comic, which I was surprised about because it's such a big con. It's probably not the best place to advertise your independent work, aside from people seeing and hearing the name of the series, And But yeah, my book sold better than my prints, which is sad because I invested a whole bunch of money in postcard prints because that's what Mila said. She said last year everybody was buying a bunch of postcard prints. But I guess it's different every year. So, not that I can predict what will sell, but it'd be nice. And so my plans for the next convention are to have a decent display, because I didn't have one. It was a bunch of empty space. So I'm planning on having at least a banner with my logo and name on it and some social media sites so that people can look at my work, even if they don't necessarily want to buy my prints. And it's probably better for people who are just walking by to see it, because then they don't feel pressured to like actually have to walk up and invade my space. But I don't know. I mean, I didn't feel that bad walking. Well, actually, no. I'm pretty shy, so I like to keep my distance even while I'm browsing. But, yeah. Oh, the plan is to have a better display and to include fan art from like more recent shows, but only the ones that I'm interested in, because I'm not trying to just falsely advertise my interests. So at the next convention, you'll probably see fan art from me for Fooly Fooly, since the new seasons are coming out. Cardcaptor Sakura from the Clear Card season, because I binged watched it to stay current. And then, what was the other one? Yuri on Ice, I really liked. I'm not actually a huge fan of boy love shows, but the ice skating was so pretty. I mean, I know they just use the same animation sequences every time, but I enjoyed it so much. And, yeah, those are the main two things, is having a display and more fan art. I will probably invest more money in books than prints so that I don't have so much leftover stuff like last time. Like, I don't mind having leftover books. I can just take them to the next thing. But prints are kind of like, I mean, I guess I could take them to the next convention too, but if they didn't sell well the first time, I can't imagine they'd sell well the next time. But you never know. But yeah, so we talked about my impressions and being scared. We talked about my prints and stuff. Did I mention that I didn't break even? Because that's kind of important. It was my first convention, so I wasn't really expecting to break even, but it would have been nice. But it totally 100% depended on people buying postcards, which they weren't really interested in that year, like I mentioned. So it is what it is. Yeah, while I was there, like I said, I met some cool people. I also saw some advertisements for some cool things. One guy had a sign around his neck that said, "Ask me about my independent web series." So, of course, I had to ask. But it's this show called Too Kawaii for Comfort. And I recommend it. While watching it, though, you do have to remember it's called Too Kawaii for Comfort. So the way the characters act could be a little bit cringe for you, unless you talk like that during the convention. But it's definitely like, each character is a hard stereotype, but with some depth to them, you know. On the surface level, they seem superficial, but then you get to know them and it's kind of like, whoa, there's a bit more going for them than what you see in episode 1. anyways, there's going to be a total of 7 episodes for this season. They want to do a second season. What else? Oh, but the 7th episode isn't out yet. So I watched 1 through 6 with Aiden. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to see how they wrap everything up in the 7th episode. Because so far we've just seen their experiences individually. So it'll be interesting to see how that all comes together in one episode. Yeah, I think I've mentioned everything so far. I did take some time to go through the exhibition hall, and we opened late on Sunday so that I could walk around more and, like I said, go to the exhibition hall. So I saw the gaming room, and I saw the AMV theater, and I saw the retro gaming room. Yeah, it was all like super cool stuff. And it looked like a lot of fun. Like, if I wasn't selling stuff, I'd probably hit up some video games. Not that I play a lot, but it'd be cool since I have the option to now. But yeah, so as far as stuff that I bought at SakuraCon, I only bought a few things. So this is the mascot winner for this year at SakuraCon. Let me see if I can find her name. Guest panels. Artist Alley. Oh wait, yeah, I can find her name. Because I remember it. Or her table. Okay, so the name she goes by is Rosalie Higashi. And this was her mascot, right? She stopped by and said my comic was really cute. So I was like, oh, I should stop by her booth and see what she has. Little did I know that she was the mascot winner. So when I found that out, I was like, whoa, insane. She said my comic was cute. Thanks. So we were looking at her stuff, and it's all really cute, but there wasn't really anything I super wanted, except this little print of Kiki and Tombo and their potential kids. And like, it really stood out to me because Tombo's hair looks red here. I always imagined him as like a blonde. Maybe he does have red hair. I haven't seen the movie in a long time. But I was like, oh, that could almost be me and Aiden. And also, I used to have a Kiki costume. It was my most watched Ghibli film. Because that was the one that they always showed on the Disney Channel when I was little. So, super in love with that one. What else did I buy? I bought this tumbler to hold my tea. It's not quite big enough, but I'll live, you know. It's not like I need a truckload of tea or anything. And then, give me a second, I'll go grab my big purchase. And it's not that big, but it's a sloth. And I forget, I don't know if I ever got the merchandiser's name. Excuse me. But I was caught between buying the sloth or the panda or the hedgehog. But the hedgehog that I wanted, it looked like they didn't have it on display anymore when I finally came back up to buy stuff. Because they just had the hedgehog that was yellow with a flower in it, and I had wanted the gray one. So I got this sloth instead, because I already have too many pandas at my parents' house. But yeah. Sometime during the convention, I just called him Sloth Baby. So I'm not really going to give him a proper name. I'm just going to call him Sloth Baby. And yeah, he helped me get through the Sunday. I mean, Aiden was there too, but Sloth Baby. So yeah, overall SoccerCon was a really fun experience. I didn't break even, but that's okay. It was money I was willing to spend anyway. And at least I learned that I need to learn how to talk about myself. So, teachers usually talk to themselves in a mirror to practice their lessons, I think. So I wonder if that's something I should do. But I'll feel like a maniac trying it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy me talking about my experiences. It's not super in-depth, but provided a little bit more detail than my Instagram videos. My extra prints and books are for sale on my website, maidacervena.com/shop. It is connected to PayPal, so if you have PayPal, cool. If you don't have PayPal, still cool, because you can check out as a guest and use your credit or debit card number. So yeah, I'll have a link up on this video, and I'll have a link in the description. And yeah. Oh, one other thing that I bought at SoccerCon was a Croconana about this big, which is a crocodile banana. And it was so cute. They didn't have any green ones, which is what Aiden wanted, so we got him a blue one. And I don't have it here because he took it with him to Japan. So, yeah, no Croconana for me until he gets back. But, interesting fact, they sold a giant, like, 6'1", 6-foot yellow Croconana at SoccerCon for $3,000. So hopefully some local business in Seattle bought it just to display it at their shop, because greatness like that needs to be shared with the public. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, you can buy extra prints or books for me from my website, and if you want, I can sign them for you. Versus trying to buy anything from lulu.com. Then it comes directly from Lulu, so I can't sign it. But hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.